Hello, and welcome to Thursday. You asked a question, and this video is going to answer it. What is my bucket list? Now, you should have a bucket list as well, even though you're not quite as old and gray. I'm not gray yet, but older, like me. And you should have more stuff on it, because I've done a lot of stuff. Maybe not as much as I want. But here's the thing. I got this list. I wrote down a bucket list, and I wrote it down on a little piece of paper that my son gave to me as a notepad. Very, very handy. Looks like a baseball glove. Anyways, I love what kids do in school for their parents. Okay, so here's the deal. Number one on my bucket list is start a charity. Why? Well, mostly because I hate World Vision. You see, I know there's people out there who are needy, and there's lots of money out there. And World Vision is one of those places that takes the money and does it. The only problem is that administrative fees are so high. Take a look at this. That's right. Administrative fees are that high, which means a bunch of people are getting fat off everybody's donations, and the people who are supposed to be getting fat, which are the kids, aren't getting as fat as they could be. Why? Because they spend way too much money. World Vision sucks. That's my own personal approach. Although they do good, they could do more good if they weren't quite as greedy. Isn't that the way? All right, the second thing here is own a business. I'd like to own a business. In fact, I'd like to own a little tattoo parlor, fake tattoos, on the beach in Costa Rica. That would be a cool business, but I'd like to build my own because I just want to. It has nothing to do with anything other than just desiring to build something that's your own, that could sustain life. If things fell apart, I'd like to know I could fall back on something. I'd also like to live in a few countries, Costa Rica being one of them, although it would not be as easy as I wish it would be. And then I'd like to live on an island. Not Hawaii, by the way. It's a little too populated. I'd like something a little bit less, maybe the Caymans, something like that in the Caribbean. It'd be lovely. I would like to visit an endless number of places, of course, and while I don't want to go through all of those places, certainly at the tops of the list are everywhere, but that's okay. Time will come. The only thing is I have to make sure I do it before my legs stop working and I'm in a wheelchair. Wow, that's a lot of this place. The last thing that I thought about, that I thought worth sharing on this bucket list, is I would like to see my kids have kids. I think that would be cool. Now, that doesn't mean I want to wait until I'm a grandparent, but I'm more interested in seeing them have kids. And to me, that's an important point on the bucket list because families need to go on, and I love my kids, and I think they'll have great kids, probably. Do I want to be a grandparent? Not remotely, but it's on my list because it's something I want to see and I want to encourage. So that's my list. So I'm hoping that you come back to me with your bucket list, which should have a whole lot more on it. See, I've already completed a lot of things that I want to complete, doctorate and all that kind of jazz. But that's what I'd like. I don't have own my own home or travel the world on Winnebago. Probably like to drive a rocket car one day. Maybe a rocket into space would be cool. That might make for a good bucket list, but that's part 2. This is part 1. On a side note, Stampede's coming up soon. Tragically Hit concert. I'm going to Tragically Hit 5440 in John. Good. And I'll be doing that on the 11th. Looking forward to it. 13 days to go, something like that. Until then, have a great long weekend. Talk to you later.